Welcome to Tassomai, the learning programme. Tassomai is an online learning and revision programme for GCSE Science that is proven to improve grades. Tassomai formulates and sets quizzes for students and adapts using an intelligent algorithm to maximise engagement and improvement. Over 90% of students that completed the course in 2017 achieved a C grade or above, with over 50% gaining an A or A star. The marking is done automatically, so you are freed up to teach. The programme tracks strengths and weaknesses, so you can focus your lessons for maximum impact. When you log in, you arrive directly at the teacher dashboard. To the left of the page is the school navigation bar. You can use this to see data for the school, a year group, a class, or a custom group that you've set up. The main panel shows usage and performance data. Each panel is clearly labelled, shows the main data, and where appropriate, shows how the data has changed over the last week. In addition, you can click on each panel to find further detail and see a breakdown of students in that group. You can also click on one of the tab buttons at the top of the page to go to the different views. In the Usage tab, you can see which students have met their daily goal today. This is helpful to work out which students to praise and which ones require encouragement. Students are classified as either engaged, falling behind, or lapsed. This categorisation is based on how many daily goals the student has completed in the last 7 days. To get the best results from Tassomai, it is recommended that students complete at least 4 daily goals a week. The table of students on each tab can be sorted by any column, and you can download the data by clicking on the button in the top right of the table. You can use this data to make leaderboards based on whichever criteria you feel is most motivational for your students. In the Performance tab, you can see data on questions answered correctly, accuracy, and progress. The difficulty of questions is altered dynamically to a student's current level of understanding, so it's important to keep an eye out for low accuracy students. It's possible they're just guessing. The Understanding tab shows a dot grid of each student's understanding by subject. The size of the dot represents the amount of the work that they have covered, and the colour indicates how well they're doing. The colour scale goes from red for low accuracy, through orange, green, and then blue for the highest accuracy. You can click on the column headings to drill down into subjects and specific topics. At any level, you can click on a student's understanding dot to see a list of questions they have struggled with and which answers they have given. To get a clearer picture of how a student is performing, click the magnifying glass icon beside their name in the table. As well as the usage and performance stats for the student, you can see a graph of how they have used Tassomai over the last 7 days. You can see longer time periods using the arrows at the bottom of the chart. You can manage a student's details from the Settings tab, which can also be reached by pressing the spanner icon beside their name in any data table. When you are looking at a class that you are responsible for, a new tab appears called Lesson Plan. This tab shows all of the topics that are relevant to the class. By default, these are all active, and you can leave it that way if you are happy for Tassomai to teach students from across the whole syllabus. If you want more control over what students are studying, at any one time you can deactivate topics and reactivate them to suit you. It is recommended that you log into Tassomai daily for the first few weeks, so you can get an understanding of how it works for you and how your students are performing. Encouraging students to achieve their 4 daily goals a week is key to the success of the programme, and you can help by tracking this early on. Go to tassomai.com now and log on to get started.